Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Bear Truth is in the building. I had my little jam bumping. What's going down? It seems like every time I try to get started, it's just like trying to mess up my professionalism. Y'all know what that is, man. Club Nouveau. What's going down? Bear Truth is in the building. How y'all feeling? They get mad. Get my chats up. I think today, man, I might be actually going over to TikTok. So hopefully I make it over on TikTok and hopefully that it'll jump off. So let me check my other little platforms. Look at all this. Yep. We on. When it says it's live, that means that we live. Bear Truth is in the building. What's going down? I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, man. Getting ready for the New Year's. Man, 2024 is almost over with. Speaking of truth, today, with the Bear Truth, man. That's that old school Club Nouveau. And that's where what's the name? And the Loonies took that. I got 5 on it. Remember they stole that and they rocked. I got 5 on it. So yeah, man. It was fitting for this topic of what we're gonna talk about today. And we're gonna try to be smooth as possible with no shaming. And matter of fact, we ain't gonna even name no names. But we gotta speak on it, B. Um, let me see something real quick because there were some birthdays today. First of all, happy birthday to my little cousin, Lil Willie. What's up, boy? Man, psh, I see you keep doing your thing. You're around the globe. I seen the new J's. I seen the fit on there. There's somebody else that had a birthday. I wanted to say, hey, Valerie, what's going down, sweetheart? Valerie Lit is her birthday. 47. Cuz is 42. Maybe I shouldn't have been saying people. Latoya, what's going down? Happy birthday, sweetheart. Um, I vaguely know Tara. Marie, happy birthday. You dig what I'm saying? It's a few people that watch the podcast, and so I just be want to shout them out, man. Hano, what's going down? Happy birthday, sweetheart. I used to work with Hano out at Sterilite. What's going down? So everybody that had a birthday, shout out to Stevie and Gilletta last weekend. They had their birthday. They plugged me in with the DJ gig over there at the Airbnb. Hey, the little homie Yoshi's, man. Shout out to Yoshi's at Yoshi's Bar. That Airbnb that he had that they rented for their birthday, it's dope. You know, the downstairs built up sort of like a little arcade with the pool table and stuff like that. That was an Airbnb. They hired me to come DJ, and it was dope, man. I'm talking about we had a good time, man. And I got to tell you, I might be hollering at you on that one. So shout out to Yoshi, man, because you got a lot of stuff going on. You already know what I got in the building. You know I got one of these. So turn up for Christ or burn up for life. Mm, dang. I maybe should have poured it in a glass. And say you got a hole in your lip when you spill it. I don't want to stain this on my sweatshirt. It says bless. But listen, hopefully I'm on TikTok as we go live, like right now. Let me see if I can switch it over there. Let me see if I can see real quick. I might be live on TikTok because I just got my little thing. So let me see my profile. I got like 942 followers. Mhm. Let me go home. Let me see. Am I live? I don't know. I have to go back and see because I can't just pull it up and see. But what's going down? So listen, I got a few little things I want to talk about. You know, people pop in and they popping out. So if you got something that's going on, they'll watch it later on today. They'll double back. Let me get it over here and jump on the thing. So today, man, I gotta speak about something that happened earlier this week, and I don't really care for, you dig what I'm saying, when situations like this, but we can definitely turn it into a to an episode, into a podcast. And what I called it speaking the truth. You know what I mean? And when you're in social media world, when you're doing social media, a lot of times, you have to be careful of how you present yourself. You know what I mean? You have to be careful of how you talk to other people. And if you ever watch like YouTube, man, you'll always see like a bunch of like little juicy topics. So they'll try to reel you in. They'll give you like a false narrative, and then when you watch it, it don't be talking about nothing that the post said. But what they doing is they trying to get your interest. And so when I came up with this topic of call speaking the truth, it's because you know what I mean. At this age in my life, it's very important, man, that I speak the truth, and that I try to do live my life with the best of integrity and morals. You dig what I'm saying? Like even when ain't nobody watching, you know what I mean? I have to check myself and remind myself of like, not doing certain things to pick up habits. Even if nobody can see you, you dig what I'm saying? You still have a duty to be, upright. You know what I mean? And we don't always get it right. Ain't nobody perfect. But I'm gonna give you the backdrop on this little situation that had happened. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this phone, and I'm going to go over here just in case I need to reference something. You dig what I'm saying? And so, uh, yeah, just to do that. Okay. So last week, um, I was having this conversation with this person, and this person actually shares the last name with some people that's really dear to me, like really close to my heart. And that's how the conversation sparked. Um, who are you to these people? Are you kin? Are you family? You know what I mean? And as this person got to explaining how they were kin to these people, then that's how the conversation got started. And so it went from, all right, so yeah, you're part of their family. Then it went into like some little grown people dialogue as far as I made a comment that the person kind of looked at like Sky from New York Inc. You know what I mean? New York Inc. With what's the name of them? I forget my man name, the bald head cool dude. But you remember Sky? She was a tattoo artist, and they do the tattoo shit out of New York and shit like that. And so to me, Sky is fly. You dig what I'm saying? She got a pretty little face. You know what I mean? I like her little eyes or whatever it may be. And so I made a reference to Shorty that you know what I mean. You kind of favored her, and so that's where we got into the little conversation. So me, I came front. I'm very silly. I always got some compliments. And so anybody that texts me or have a conversation with me, whether it be through text or through messenger, I'm gonna always hit you with sexy face, beautiful face, or make a reference to you that might, what I mean, be close to food or something like that, or something silly. And a lot of these times, you know what I mean, it's meant to make people laugh. It's just, a part of the character to just say, hey, you know what I mean, you're beautiful, whoop de woo. I'll say something to try to make you smile. And that's it. That's all. You know what I mean? And it's cool, it's uplifting, and I think it's dope. And so it's just a part of the Bear Truth character. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to what I'm saying because you're going to get it. I mean, if I ever hit you in your inbox or something like that, you a sexy face, beautiful face, you one of them. You dig what I'm saying? And that's how that goes. That doesn't mean that I'm shooting a shot at you, though. You dig what I'm saying? And so, however it goes, me and this person is we're having dialogue. You dig what I'm saying? We got in a conversation about another thing that I like is the fact of holding hands. I did a podcast on holding hands, and so if I make reference to holding hands, it's like okay, that's serious business. You dig what I'm saying? And so the conversation really, as I went back to look, it went was going funny from there. A lot about okay, well, they don't like holding hands because it's germs, sweaty, and stuff like that. I was saying, okay, well, holding hands is just old fashioned and it's love. That just means that a man is trying to show a man that it's this and it's that. So as we get to talking, we get into the age. And so the person tells me that they're 28, and I tell the person that I'm 50. And so this is the honest to God true story. So as we talking about the holding hands, I said, never mind, it doesn't matter. It ain't like I could take you out. I can't take you out. And so the person says, Why not? I says, I'm 50, you're 28. This person responds back and says, well, my dad was 62 when my mom was 29 when they had me. Your point is. And then all of a sudden says, well, I'm joking. Um, I was just joking. Smiley, laughy emoji, whatever. The very fact that it bothers you lets me know that you have more character than a lot of these guys that be, you know what I mean, inboxing me whoop de whoop, 100 and showing me respect. So take that right there and let's stop. Out the gate, I done already, as we talking and, having grown people dialogue, flirting or whatever it might have been, I done already let you know that, hey, you out of my age range. You dig what I'm saying? I'm 50, you 28. This wouldn't even be for us anyway. You respects me on that. You give me my props from even acknowledging that I'm up here and on the age level and you're down here on the age level. Let's not talk like that. And so as we get to talking about like, okay, God, horoscopes and stuff like that. So I said, well, hey, you're still beautiful anyway. Keep in touch. You dig what I'm saying? And then for some odd reason, the conversation just kind of went left. It was just like, for what? I don't see the point. Then kind of like bash the podcast a little bit. So we went from having fun, laughing emojis, giving each other props, saying this and that. Then all of a sudden, it just took a turn for the left. I don't think your content is something that I like. And why should I watch the podcast? And I'm like, well, damn, what went wrong? Like, it's okay. Then all of a sudden she disappeared. So fast forward about another day or so, I was sitting here and I was working on a poem and I was going through writer's block or some shit. And I got insomnia. So I'd be up at night. And here's one of my problems of something that I do and I gotta work on. You know what I mean? I've got to start being more accountable when it comes to this. Um, when you look at Messenger and say, for instance, as soon as you go on there, and I forgot to show you this video. I'm gonna show you this video, but you notice how, like, if you're on your phone or something like that, and you look through Messenger, and you stroll down and you see all the green lights, to me, you know what I mean? I looked at it as this is all the people that's active on Facebook. So these are all the people that's up. So some of the people that I do know and shit like that, that we might have text, you might have been on a podcast or something. I might reach out to you and be like, what's up? What's happening? What's going down? You dig what I'm saying? And so um, I seen her light lit up and I said, hey, why you up so late? Then I said, hey, you, hello, sexy face. No response. So, all right, she ain't responding. So I'm like, okay, did she get mad about something I said about, I thought it was God because she got to telling me about how she believed in horoscopes, tarot cards or something to the fact like that. And I was like, hey, that's deep. I just believe in Jesus Christ. I said, but hey, you know what? You beautiful anyway. Let's stay in touch. Ain't no harm in that. Watch the podcast. And that's basically where I was going because a lot of times when I meet people, that's the purpose of it anyway. I really want you to jump on the page and, get in tune with the podcast, reach out, watch it, maybe speak up on the podcast or something like that. And when I get my restream shit, the majority of the people that watch my podcast is women. And so a lot of times, I'm always telling you, watch the podcast. And so that's how it goes. Well, 2 days after that, um, she hits back and she says something. I don't see the importance in watching the podcast. And that's when she started saying, I don't like the content and this and that. Far as that, like, I don't think that you have anything. She says, you're not saying anything that I want to hear. So I'm just like, damn, it's positive. It's about life. You dig what I'm saying? Like, damn, we was just laughing and being cool. It just seemed like somehow our conversation went left. So then she started off and she started saying something about, well, the other day you hit me at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I thought that was disrespectful. And so she went on. Now, before we go any further, I want to show you one of my commercials because this is my concept. And I think what this person is saying is so deep. And so then when I show you this video, then I'm gonna come back and then we're gonna go down into the dialogue and I'm gonna break it down to you to show you how this shit went left. And I don't even know how it went left. You dig what I'm saying? But I want you to check this man out because he says something that's so sincere. And when it comes to like doing podcasts, or anytime you got like a social media life, you know what I mean? You have to, you know what I mean? All right, just watch you. We'll come back. Just watch you. Listen to what he said.
The two fakest people in the world gonna always be a liar and the people that can't take accountability for their actions. Them always gonna be the two fakest people. A liar and those who ain't really standing on what they done did. Since everybody's standing on business, I feel like everybody should be able to own up to their take accountability. All of us got our flaws, but the realest ones gonna own up to they and try to better themselves, right their wrongs. We all make mistakes. Ain't nobody perfect. But it's the lack of accountability, man, that make you fake. Man, you know what it is. Why be fake about it? Why lie? What you scared of? I can't stand no liar, and I don't like people that lack accountability. We can't vibe, we can't rock, cause I'm everything you ain't. Before I lie, I ain't gonna say nothing at all. If I gotta lie, man, I ain't gonna say nothing. If I'm lacking in certain areas or I done made some poor choices or poor decisions or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna take accountability for that. Cause that's how I grow. That's really standing on business. Everybody be talking about they standing on business, man, and they don't be standing on, they be faking. Stop playing. Man up, woman up, stop lying. Be real. How you real and you lying? How you real and you ain't owning up to it? You ain't standing up to it like a big dog. How you real? If you really about your business and you really standing on business, man, own up to your stuff, man. Be 100. Keep it a buck. You feel me? I hate life.
Real talk.
I don't like people that lack accountability, bro. And if that's you, please stay from around me. I'm gonna stay out your way and you stay out mine.
Bare truth. All right. All right, that. Okay. And so I think what he said, man, was so dope. Cause it was from the fact that uh I'm trying to okay, I got one. I got one. So there's two type of people he's talking about right here, right? So a liar, number one, and then when you can't be accountable, you know what I mean? When a person is not accountable for their actions, it's damn near like you're a hypocrite. You trying to make it seem like you perfect or like you don't got no flaws and you don't want to stand up to it. And so a lot of times, I've talked on the podcast about being institutionalized and not seeing things the way that y'all see them out here or how it's like moving at the speed of light. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to use that as a crutch and try to make that as an excuse the way that you move and the way that you do things. But only people that's been to prison really know what I'm talking about because I done had conversations with people and I'll tell them some of my flaws like out the gate before we even try to be friends. Let me tell you something. Sometimes I don't think right or I don't move right. And I might give them some of the examples of some shit that I do. And the first thing they'll say, well, why don't you just stop? As if you can just hit the light switch. And sometimes you can't, you know what I mean? And it's hard to explain, but I want to get into this and then I'm gonna explain a little bit better about, who I am or like what I did. So let's just get that out the way. So first of all, I want to get back to I wish I can okay. So now this is what happened. So after me and this person was having dialogue, right? The person lied on me. The person went and made a post, and the person said that I jumped in their inbox at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then, hey, what up, K Dot? What business you really standing on if you fraudulent? I feel you on that one. You dig what I'm saying? But he's really telling the truth though, because a lot of times people be acting like they stand on that, and then you don't, and then you'll go do something, and you like super wrong for doing it. And so let me let me just go back and because I'm going to keep you in the loop of everything. And I wanted to post it, but then it would have been shaming. Then you would have been able to see the person name. So right now, I'm not saying any names and I'm not going to post the text, but I'm just going to read them just so I can keep you in the loop of how it went down. And the person got like really belligerent. And then they went and then they posted something it was totally false. And so here it is. So she said at 2 o'clock in the morning, I hit her and she didn't want to talk to me. So I called her gay. You dig what I'm saying? And so December 20th would have had to been Friday. And so it's like 1:47. So we already at the point where I'm right here. I'm writing a little poem, and I see people lights on the messenger, and I said, why you up so late? She didn't respond. That's 1:47. 2:29. You, hello, sexy face. She don't respond. And then later on that day, December 20th at 3:58 in the afternoon, she says, keep in touch for what? I don't believe there would be a point. So I hit her with the laughing emoji, like, okay, I just thought the knowledge, I thought you would like the podcast. I thought that you would like the podcast. I don't really watch podcasts, and no offense, doesn't seem that you talk on topics that I want to watch. So now, just keep in mind, go back to what you posted though. You posted that I jumped in your DM at 2 o'clock in the morning and tried to holler at you. And since you didn't want to holler at me, I called you gay. This is after I done already was in your DM after I had tried to speak to you. And you didn't even lead with the disrespect from that. You didn't lead with why was you in my DM? Why was you speaking to me at 2 o'clock in the morning? No. Keep in touch for what? I don't believe that would be a point. And when she's referring to keep in touch, this is after we had talked about, hey, I like Jesus. You know, you kind of deep with what you believe in. But hey, keep in touch anyway. No harm in that. Because we already know, we didn't already came to an agreement that I'm 50, you 28. We ain't going out on no date. You dig what I'm saying? Stay in your lane, I stay in my lane. You dig what I'm saying? She done already commended me for even talking like that. So I don't even know why you would even come and say that I'm trying to holler at you now. Because we didn't already got that established that I'm not trying to holler at you. So I says, okay, I talk about life, relationships, but it seems like somehow we went left. I don't know what happened. However you feel, you're beautiful, you're cool, and nice to meet you. Did I do something to offend you? She was like, plenty. But let's keep it at why are you messaging me at 1 and 2 in the morning? Even if I am up, that doesn't give you the right to be in my shit. And if I don't respond, why do you keep messaging me? Nor does it feel like you hold much of a conversation. Calling me sexy face and all that flirty shit. You have no right, don't know me, and I find that disrespectful. Practice what you preach. And furthermore, my alignment and energy are not compatible with you, nor am I interested in being in touch with you, someone who doesn't respect me. If you did watch how I speak to me, if you did watch how you speak to me. So go inbox a woman your own age or two and bug her. I may be young, but I'm not stupid, and I don't play that BS these other ones will allow. I said, yeah, the compliments are something that I kind of do with everybody. And we were having a mature conversation before about your old soul. I said, furthermore, I am confident in my mind that I wasn't trying to disrespect you or if I offended you. Or I said, if so, reread the conversation. We were talking and asking questions, but somehow it went left. But out of everybody that I talked to, you're the only one that has felt disrespected. I seen you active and I spoke. However, it was not disrespectful. I apologize. Wasn't my intent, but God bless. That's what I say. I don't know where she was trying to go, but just listen to that. I seen you active. I spoke. However, if it was disrespectful, I apologize. It wasn't my intent. God bless. I says, I called her beautiful face, I think. And I said, not sexy face. Just, I think that you're dope, meaning your page and how you think outside the box and your wisdom at that age. I said, I'm God fearing. And I reread the conversation. I don't see what pissed you off, but I'll never text you again. So have a blessed day. And so then I rereading the conversations and shit like that and was basically just trying to let her know that hey, I don't see how it went wrong, but let me apologize to you. So I did do my best to try to apologize to her and let her know that okay, you know what I mean? So she says messaging me after a certain time of night is disrespectful in my view. But if you don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. Enjoy your day. The time and what you messaged me clearly said that. And I said, well, I talked to everybody. It wasn't a booty call. I just think people are up and bored. And then she says, well, it's those type of hours. And I was like, well, I was trying to do nothing but speak. That was it. So then she was like, well, I don't appreciate it. And I don't see how I don't appreciate it. See how you will again enjoy your day. And the simple fact that I didn't respond the first two times, so why continue messaging me? But clearly, you don't get that. So I says, listen, I figured we had a pretty cool conversation. I usually pick people' brain to see if they want to do the podcast. The age gap thing was a real conversation. You started talking super nice, and when I gave you funny compliments, you laughed. I says, I'm still institutionalized, so I don't read things the way that you probably read them. I fell out with my kids over text, family members. If I see somebody active, I'll talk. I got insomnia, so I'm not thirsting or trying to hit on you. I just can't sleep. I said, with that said, I can only apologize and stop the texting because I never meant to offend anybody. If I can't help or inspire, it's not my mission. So let's just act like we never met. She says, "Yep." Then here's where she go crazy, right? She spaz out on me now. Institutionalize isn't an excuse to continue to message someone. If they don't respond, don't keep messaging them. She's steadily on that. It's like, okay, I didn't already apologize. Why do you keep saying don't do it? It's like, okay, I'm telling you, I got insomnia. I can't sleep. So I'm telling her. You do? Okay. Angelia, I got you. So let me post that though. Because it will. Now, let me say this to you, to my defense on that. If anybody talks to me, you dig what I'm saying? You're a sexy face or a beautiful face, or you're some type of reference to some type of cool food. And it's just a bubbly personality that I use. But however, I told her, I said, if you took that wrong, I apologize because that's where I'm holding my accountability. You dig what I'm saying? But when you say sexy face at 2 a.m. would appear flirtatious, when I called her flirtatious earlier in the conversation, when I called her sexy face, she said thank you. She laughed at it. So it doesn't give me the green light to keep going. But I'm saying these same jokes was just laughed at until I said that we can't talk. She says, why can't we talk? She says, why is that? So when I say I can't take you out, she says, why is that? I says, because I'm 50, you're 28. She says, well, my dad was 62 and my mom was 29 when they had me. And your point is, then she says, I'm just joking. She says, um, the very fact that you have a problem with that goes to show that you have more, I think she says, more character than a lot of these other guys. So we've already come to the conclusion that I'm not taking you out. So that's still stuck in my head. So I understand that the sexy face at the 2 a.m., it sounds flirtatious, but I'm still already hung on the fact that, all right, I done already told you we're not gonna go out. You dig what I'm saying? And you already recognize that because you commended me on pointing out the age gap. But in reality, you said your mom was 29 and your dad was 62 when they had you. Your point is, then you laugh, then you crack a joke and say, I'm just joking. You dig what I'm saying? So if all of this wasn't, you know what I mean, bad during that time, at 2 o'clock in the morning, is still bad. Fuck that. I'm holding accountability for that. I'm raising up my hand. That was bogus. So that's a learning point for me. I got to get that shit together. So I'm going to eat that one. But it's still stuck in my mind that I don't see how you think that I'm flirting with you. And I already told you I can't take you out. You see what I'm saying? So I'm stuck on that. So that's the only reason why I didn't get it. So now listen to this. So now she says, or if you message a female late at night, I'm sure you've heard ain't nothing open past midnight but legs. Okay? So keep that in mind. Now listen to this. I say, I don't think like you guys. So somehow she got it in her head that I said, I this is the only thing I can think she's saying. I can't put words into her mouth, but she had to because she made the post. Listen to what I'm saying. I don't think like you guys. Let's go back up here. I'm institutionalized. So I don't read things the way that you probably read them. I done fell out with people about this. Prime example, my cousin Vic. I seen his wife active one morning at uh it was about 1 a.m. in the morning. And I seen Danielle active and I said, hey, what's up, Danielle? Where Vic at? Somewhere probably high, probably sleep. She was like, yeah, he up there knocked out. Vic come and get his hair cut about 2 days later. Vic was like, yeah, man, Danielle said you was in her inbox at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, huh? He was like, she said that she was up, like you hit her at like 1 o'clock in her inbox. And I'm thinking to myself, like, now why would she say that? So I go get the phone and I show cuz the text. I'm like, shit, I just seen her light on. So I spoke to her and I was like, where you at? I probably thought you was probably smoked out, probably sleeping. That was it. He's like, I told her that, you know what I mean, you ain't know nothing, that you probably felt, you know what I mean, that it was nothing. But that's that. Hold on, man. I can't talk right now. But haircuts. But listen, so that's what I'm saying. On my part, I'm basically trying to explain to her that, hey, if I'm just sitting here and I'm bored, bro, I can't talk right now. So I'm basically saying, like, listen, if I was sitting here and I just spoke out, that's my fault. I gotta own up. I gotta eat that one though. You dig what I'm saying? So what I do, I automatically apologize. The fact that you're experiencing this communication issues reinforces your reason for not wanting to engage deeply with someone significantly younger than you. Their inability to exactly, definitely. Kudos to that. Kudos to that. You dig what I'm saying? At the same time, on the same wavelength. Hey, what's up, 007? How you feeling, bro? Harder to connect with someone on that wavelength. And Rachel, I swear to God, you know what I mean? And not her, but I've experienced it in the past with someone that was younger. Super beautiful, super cool, went out, had a good time, but then at the end of the day, the wavelength, it didn't mesh. And it's not a shot to like younger women. It's just that we in different brackets and we all enjoy like meaningful conversations. Like when you sit down and you with somebody that you like, you definitely a person has got to intrigue you mentally. You dig what I'm saying? Or you gonna lose me. I'm telling you right now, if our conversation ain't hitting on nothing, then it's not gonna hit on nothing. But let's go back to the steps. I'm trying to tell the person that you know what I mean. I've messed up in my past with this text, and then me also hitting people late night. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm institutionalized. And so then now she done spazzed out on me about being institutionalized. And then only thing I'm just trying to tell her in response to her thing is, I don't think like you guys. So lo and behold, she went and wrote a post. She went and posted, even tagged me in the post. You got this 50-year-old nigga in my inbox. Niggas go to school with your mom trying to holler at you. And when you don't want to give them no play, then all of a sudden they talking about you gay and you don't like men. How how did we get over how did we get over there though? How did that happen? I'm apologizing for me. You know what I mean? Like, hey, my fault. I apologize. You know what I mean? Let's act like we never met. Like, cause I don't know what went wrong, how it went left, and you know what? Sometimes don't always try to assume that you know what people is going through, or you know what I mean, that you can figure it out. Because I can't figure her out. I don't know her. Now, time out on me and her. Here's a true story. Her family is so dear to me. You dig what I'm saying? And that's the only reason why I had started talking to her anyway. I seen the last name and it started off with her family. It started off with that. And then it went to, okay, how she came a part of this family. Now, I could have got just as nasty as she did, and I could have started like airing out how she was bashing her family and stuff like that. But that's not what I wanted to do. I'm not trying to repay evil for evil, but I'm saying it's just like, shorty, don't do that when I had already told you that I wasn't gonna holler at you. I can't take you out. I specifically made that clear out the gate. Now, me being silly and the beautiful face, sexy face, probably gotta stop playing. Sometimes it ain't always cool. Sometimes what I think is cool, somebody else don't think is cool. You definitely right, Angelia. When you say at 2 a.m. in the morning, somebody else gonna take that wrong. But you know me though. You dig what I'm saying? So we done had texts where we talk. I don't mean no harm by it. The most that I mean out of it really is to try to brighten someone's day. You know what I mean? Try to be uplifting. But okay, my fault. Hit me over the head for being stupid on that one. But I don't think like you guys. She had to take it as I don't think you like guys. So she's spazzing on me. And I don't know what she's I don't know what she's trying to do. So now she done just started cussing me out. And yeah, it's best for you not to message me. Motherfucker, I'm in a relationship for one, but you slow as hell. So go back. So go ahead and take your jail ass the fuck out of my inbox. Sorry for my cussing 007. That's my big brother in Christ. He on here. And I'm just trying to give y'all a picture of what's going on. Cause I don't know. Here I say, what do you want? You're not gonna make me feel bad. I'm sorry. I tell her again. See, right there. Me not liking men. You stupid as F. And then I say, I never disrespected you though. Here she go. Mother effers, get out here and focus on. No, she said, this is what she say to me, right? She said, Mother effer, get out here and focus on the relationship with your kids because I will cuss your bald headed, hey, out, mother effer. Hey, so Shorty going ham on me. So only thing I just said, listen to what I say though. I don't want to talk to you. I love your family. I'm at work. Get out my shit, bitch. Nigga, F my family. I don't care. I said, I already unfriended you. You dig what I'm saying? So I had unfriended her, but I never really blocked people because what if they want to watch the podcast? Because I know that this podcast and this platform, you know what I mean? I'm always gonna give you the truth. You might hear me cuss or emphasize words and stuff like that, but I'm never gonna tell you anything that's wrong. And I'm not gonna sit up here and hate on people or belittle people or bash people. And so I'm gonna try to show you the love of Christ. You dig what I'm saying? And then so I tell her, I said, you keep texting me. She was like, yeah, because you disrespectful as F. But I'm like, so who are you mad at? And then she's like, who assumes that shit like that? So evidently it's in her head that she must have took the text as you don't like men. You dig what I'm saying? And I said, it's not me. I apologize. She says, you dumbass bitch. I said, okay, God bless. So I don't like guys. And she typing so fast that I'm not reading it. So to tell you the truth, I had to go back and reread it, and reread it because I'm trying to. I couldn't understand for nothing. Like, why did she spaz out like this? Like, what made her spaz out? And she's steadily going. Then I just say, okay. She says, grow up, weird ass. And then I said, okay. And she's steadily cussing. And I said, not with the cuss words. I never used them towards you. I said, I'm the nice one. I said, go back and read these messages. And I just give her the laughing emoji because she going crazy. And I said, because she started talking about guys. She's like, but let me take my non-guy liking stuff out of here. Um, Never mind. So my guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but I could tell this is where she's really, really mad at, and this is where I knew it got personal for her. But she's wrong. My such and such is gay, so maybe watch what you say about mother effing gay people, since you f with my family. And so I didn't get this one because she going so fast, she typing so fast that I didn't get it. So she again, she called me a weird dumbass bitch, and I'm like, damn, do you know God talking like that? I said, watch the podcast tomorrow. You dig what I'm saying? Like, just watch the podcast. And I'm basically, you dig what I'm saying? So listen what I say. Love you, sweetheart. And then she was like, F your podcast. You would be not getting a view from me. Let me take my lesbian ASS back to work. Baby, I don't want no form of your God you so-called promote. And I said, that was a typo. I said, you blocked me, then unblocked me. I said, just start from scratch. I apologize. I said, because I think you cool people. You know I'm not trying to get with you in any type of sexual way. I said, but let's be cool. I said, I'm a Christian. I am no way informed perfect. I said, but I definitely don't want to call you out of your name. And that's all I said to her. She leaves from that message and then she goes and she makes the post. And she says, he tried to talk to me. I didn't want to talk to him. And so he called me gay. And here's the problem. So let's say for instance that she had a misunderstanding. She misread the quote. I inboxed her people and I said, you know what? I got all of them and I sent them to you. And I actually sent her one of them. And I'm showing her. I posted two of them. And so people probably overlooked them. And I posted the ones about her, even, you know what I mean, trying to tell me that, her mom was 29 and her dad was 62 when they had her. So your point is what? As if I rock with older guys, like, but then again, oh, I'm just joking. I commend you for even, that it bothers you. So you done already gave me a pat on my back for saying I'm not rocking with you. Now you down here spazzing out, and then you go make a post and said that I tried to holler at you and you don't like men because you didn't. I said you don't like men because you didn't give me no play. That's the shit that irritated me. Number one, ain't none of us perfect. But when God is doing something in your life, you dig what I'm saying? Um, Denise, you on here. The sad thing is that most people take the simplest gestures as trying to get with them. And that's right. But why you on here, um, Denise, um, You remember the first time that you was on the show, the podcast, the first time that we started doing um, awareness on domestic violence. And I got flack for that because she told her side of the story, and I caught some flack from that because some people was mad about that. But do you know how many people that came into my inbox that was women that got something out of that? Her story inspired me. It did this and it did that. And so when you take my name and then you go make a post and you try to say that, you trying to discredit what God is doing through me. You dig what I'm saying? And if I messed up, you know what I mean? I'm gonna apologize, but I'm apologizing to you through the whole skit. While you calling me out of my name, while you telling me go focus on your relationship with your kids, you bald head bitch, you this and you that. I'm steadily saying I love you. God bless you. I love your family. Not once did I get out of character with her. I didn't even jump on her line. But now when you go and you make that post, now you done upset thug life. You dig what I'm saying? And Nubia is the new Pac. She ain't Tupac, but she new Pac. First thing she do, she send her, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you do know dude got kids your age out here in the field. Is this some serious shit? Do you want to get out in the field about this? Or what you want to do? You dig what I'm saying? Inbox me, tap in, let me know what we gonna do. And now that hurts me though too, because here I am, a grown ass man, and I'm having this messy ass type of conversation on Facebook, and now my daughter involved. Then all of a sudden, my young crazy daughter get involved. Then she's so crazy, she looking through her page, and that's why you can't cook and your food don't look right. That's you shouldn't even be posting them nasty places. And I'm like, Lord have mercy. Salute. Enough said. And I really wish that it was. You ever had one of them things where you just wish it was like a bad day? You just wish the shit could just go away. You dig what I'm saying? And you just wish that it could go away. And it was just like, damn, how did it get here? And then you had a few people that jumped on there and then they laughed. And it's like, man, y'all supporting her, man, but she ain't right. She got it wrong. And I'm not using this moment. I'm not using my platform to bash her, man, because I still wish her the best and I'm praying for her. You know what I mean? Because in my heart, I really think that she took that line. I don't think like you guys, referring to me being institutionalized, that I don't read things like y'all read them. And I'm sorry for that. I'm working on it though. You dig what I'm saying? Here go another learning lesson. So I got to take this one right here. Do anybody remember when I first came home from the joint and I was at 605 Main, and I was on building restriction like every other week? And listen, this is what they was doing to me. So on Wednesday night, you have to turn in your check stubs, right? So my check stubs was coming in the mail. So when I get off the bus and I come in there and I get me something to eat, as soon as I get done getting me something to eat, the place that they have left over for us, I go grab my mail. It's about 10 o'clock, and I will go upstairs, take a shower, then I get ready for the next day. I go to sleep. My check stubs was right there in the mail. Only thing I had to do was open them up and give it right back to them. I forgot like 3 times in a row and got rolled up and got put on building restriction for 7 days, like week after week after week. And it's like I'm steadily telling these people, I'm steadily telling my counselor, my parole officer, like, listen, y'all, I'm fucked up. Like, I don't got it together. Like, I don't know why I keep making these stupid mistakes. I don't know. I can't call it. Now, you on the outside looking in, you looking at me and you think like, man, you should have this shit together. Like, man, get this shit together. Set reminders. You got a smartphone. Set these reminders. Do this and do that. And it's like, yeah, it sounds good. You start off doing it, but we so institutionalized and our shit is by routine. And sometimes if it's not in your routine, you have to kind of like do it, man. And I don't know why I was dropping the ball. Like I was dropping the ball on picking Avion up from the Y. And I'm just giving you like little bitty examples of things that I could have just stopped just like that, and I couldn't stop it. Picked up my mail right there at the desk. Only thing I had to do was open it up, give it back to them, and go upstairs. I take all the mail, go upstairs, go to sleep. 2 o'clock in the morning, here come a report. You got 7 days building restriction. So now, when I do get some free time, I can't even go out. I can't even get no visitation hours. I can't, you know what I mean? And it's like, man, and y'all checking my check stubs, and you seeing that I've been everywhere that I'm supposed to be, everything adding up. But just because I didn't turn it in, that's what happened. What did you say, Rachel? Text can be a minefield for misunderstandings. Tone, intent get lost within the context of voice or expression sometimes. Let me post that because I think people need to see that. Um, Text can be a minefield for misunderstandings. Tone and intent get lost with it without the context of voice or expression. Sometimes the smartest move is to skip the guesswork and pick up the phone whenever you can. That one's got to stay right there though, because that's dope. You dig what I'm saying? That's really dope. You know what I mean? Because I got to tell you, in my life, if I would have just picked up the phone and called somebody instead of misreading their text and misunderstanding it and then responding to their text and without like listening to the tone of their voice, and me vice versa. People don't read my text, and that's why I was saying that I fell out with my kids and I fell out with different family members about certain texts, because if you talk to me on the phone, like for instance, I mean, me and you didn't had a conversation before. So if I was to text you by you sitting down with me when we was at the little mixer for the real estate thing, and we laughing over tacos and cracking jokes, you can basically get a feel for my personality. Vice versa, a person never meeting me and then me saying like, "Hey, why you up so late? Hey, sexy face." So like Angelia said, now sexy face at 2 o'clock in the morning sound like a motherfucking booty call. You know what I mean? Like nigga, you on some creep shit. I didn't think like that. I'm sitting up with insomnia, writing a poem over here with writer's block. I looked at my messenger, bling blow. I see green lights. I scroll through to see who all up. I send like a little text, like, "Hey, what's going down? What's up? Why you up?" You know what I mean? Just talking, just getting dialogue. And I swear, it's just as simple as that. It's just as harmless as that. But I don't get the right to tell her how she get to feel. See what I'm saying? So now I got to be accountable for that, because I don't get to tell you how you can feel if I, inbox you. Because see, I got to know right now. I got to learn, and I know when you inbox people, it ain't just this ain't a group chat. You dig what I'm saying? I'm looking at it like a group chat, and they ain't looking at it as no group chat. Like nigga, you in my inbox. You dig what I'm saying? At such and such in the morning. You wrong, you bogus. And I never thought that people can look at it like that. Dang, I'm so dumb. You know, and I don't want to call myself dumb. I ain't gonna speak that shit into existence. You said I just went through this last week. I spoke on it one time and one time only. There it is. But I feel you. You dig what I'm saying? And so um that's it. And went to that post. You know what I mean? And then it got into like a little bit of argumentative thing, because I kept on just trying to reread and like, why did you say that? That's wrong. That ain't what happened. You know what I mean? And it's my platform, so I'm never going to use it to bash her or to beat her down. She misread it, and I really wish that she would have went back and misread it. But even when I pointed out to her that like, yo, you was wrong. You know I didn't do that. Now, well, you shouldn't have said it, and I don't care. It was funny as fuck. That's what she said to me. So she was just like, basically, I don't care that I said what I said. You dig what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, so that's how it's gonna be. But at the end of the day, there are people that she's connected with, like my brother. Man, this man is so cool that we were so dope when we used to break dance back in the days. Our family got into fights with people to the point where my mom had to come out the house with a knife and a stick to fight somebody that was trying to fight us because of breakdancing competition. So her father, this man gave me a breakdance jacket when I was like 11 years old. You dig what I'm saying? He made me feel like I was a part of the River City Rockers, put me in a breakdance jacket. The last thing I want to do is offend them. I don't really even know you, shorty. But at the end of the day, the love that I got for them, I'm going to just respect you out the gate just for that. But I can't get her to see that. I tell you, like, man, no, listen, I ain't going there with you. I love your family. Fuck my family. You know what I mean? So she gone now. You dig what I'm saying? She don't want to listen. So I'm all kind of bald head bitches. You know what I mean? Go repair your relationship with your kids, and you just don't even know. You don't really want to be on that, do you? Because my young daughter, man, I feel sorry for her. She ain't got it together, man. And she love her dad. And I love her too, but we not finna be on that. That's so dumb and ignorant. We got some a little mishaps or misunderstanding, and then it can bleed and then go to the streets for that. All this love I got for the family. And not only that, now it made me feel like I'm gay bashing. Like I'm bashing people who are gay. I'm gonna leave that one to the Lord. That's not me. You dig what I'm saying? I got people here that I cut that's gay. I love my peoples. You dig what I'm saying? The people that she was speaking on, that's like my little sister because her big brother is my big brother. And that's his heart. That's his little sister, and she my heart. And so she married to a woman. And so guess what? I love you. And so whoever you connected to, I love them too. I know who I am. I'm a Christian. I'm a God-fearing man. I believe in the Bible. But certain things that people do in their life, that's up to you and the Lord. Would you say, K Dot? Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you gotta let them just crash out. Hey, you know what? Um, it damn near could have went there though. You know what I mean? I hate to say it though, because that's what, you know what I mean, New Pac wanted to be on. New Pac is really on that. Win, lose, or draw. Not saying she the toughest motherfucker on earth, but she, you know what I mean, she was ready to run into him. And so it's just like, but you went and you posted this for the whole world to see. This 50-year-old nigga in my inbox at 2 o'clock in the morning. Niggas went to school with my mom. I don't even know your mama. Went to school with my mama and tried to holler at me. And just because I didn't want to holler at him, he called me gay. And you know, people will run with that. Yeah, I feel you, Rachel. Rachel says, what feels harmless to you might come across as flirtatious to others. So it's worth reflecting on how your actions could be perceived, especially by women, and aligning them with your true intent. And that's it. You dig what I'm saying? Because like I said, I was just using you as an example because we sit down and we ate tacos at the mixer. You dig what I'm saying? And so if we ever was in a text or something like that, and I like to compliment ladies. I think all of y'all are beautiful. You're gonna be a beautiful face. You're gonna be a sexy face. You're gonna be something equivalent to some type of food. The food is gonna be equivalent to your skin texture, your color, or whatever. It's just something that I do, and the whole point of it is to make you laugh, to put a smile on your face, to make you feel cool. Me, I felt like when I came home, my whole mission was to inspire and to uplift. You dig what I'm saying? And you right though. You dig what I'm saying, Rachel? Um, if the person take it the wrong way, you dig what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be seen. So let me post that one. So she says, what feels harmless to you might come across as flirtations to others. So it's worth reflecting on how your actions could be perceived, especially by women, and aligning them with your true intent. And that's all it is. And I wish that we would have had a do-over because as I was trying to apologize, she was just still stuck on the 2 o'clock in the morning. Silly me. I thought I had already made it clear to you in earlier texts. I'm not taking you out. You 28, I'm 50. We're not going there. And I made that clear. So I'm saying I thought you had that in your head. You dig what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that later on you can't come back and try to be on garbage. So, like you said, you can't tell them how they should perceive something. That's the last thing you cannot do. And you know where I learned that at? I learned that from being in a joint, automatically assuming when a person come in your room, you feeling like they know to clean up after themselves. They know to wipe shit down when they mess up shit. Or, you know, the way my mama raised me on how to clean a bathroom and stuff like that, I automatically assumed that you knew how to do that. I fell out with so many roommates. You come in my room and you on that nasty shit, or you don't wipe toilet seats down. When you mop, you don't mop up under the toilet. Man, you better get that piss off the floor. You better dry my sink out. You going, my mama go in her bathroom and you got her bathroom looking any kind of way, boy, you about to finna get slapped. You finna get slapped down. And so me, duh, I thought that everybody was raised like that, and they not. And so you're right. Don't perceive that everybody feel like that. The problem I have with that is you made your intentions known. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I did, K Dot. But I think what Rachel is saying, I'm perceiving her, but I don't know though too though, like Rachel, because like when I first said it when I was in her inbox, you didn't snap out on me. You didn't snap out when I said it. So she says, even if I was up, you still don't do that and don't do well. At the time that it went down, why didn't you just check my face off? So I could have been like, okay, my bad. I'm sorry. That was dumb. You dig what I'm saying? Because the last thing I want to, man, don't you know, since I done been home, I done did some dumb shit to like a lot of people. I got a friend, man, that I grew up with since Arsenal Courts. And I remember one time she made a post. I ain't gonna say no names, but she know who she is. She made a post one time and she was doing like a little bitty dance that she had on a t-shirt. And I'm in my mind, I don't think she had no bra on. And her breasts looked real good. And I inboxed her and I made a comment on her breasts. Boop, she blocked me. And me and her family is cooler than a fan. And when she told me how she felt, she knew that I had a crush on her like since back in our high school days, since we was like kids. She knew I had a crush on her since back during them days. But she said something that was really real. I've never gave you the impression that we can open up that door of communication. And that's what it boils down to, K Dot. Um, she feels like at 2 o'clock in the morning, nobody should be in her inbox. Now, just think. Remember she said that I got a man anyway. Why didn't you? What if you'd have said that from the gate? You dig what I'm saying? Maybe it probably would have been a little bit different. My intent still wasn't off. It wasn't trying to holler at her. So I mean, I ain't gonna say that. But back to my friend, and you know what I mean, that I grew up with her and her family, and got so much love for her mom. Her mom is so amazing out here in this world. And I made this comment to this girl about her breast. And what she did, she checked me in a smooth way. And she was just like, we ain't never talked like that. I ain't never opened up that door for you to say that. And so I had to check her. And then when, I finally got a chance to see her like face to face, I was able to give her a hug and say, hey, listen, from the bottom of my heart, please accept my apology because I don't get it right sometimes, but I never in my life disrespected you. Sometimes I think I'm funny. Sometimes I think I'm charming and I'm thinking I'm being cool. And a motherfucker probably thinking like, man, if you don't get your creep at, you know what I mean? And I'd rather for you to, check me and tell me. So then that way you can know. Knowing is half the battle. One thing, I'm not going to be with you. I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to be like, oh, I ain't do this or that. No. Well, mama, if I offended you, come on, let me come with my apologies and let me say it. At least let me say it. That don't mean you got to forgive me or we got to even move on in a cool fashion. But from the bottom of my heart, I'm definitely gonna try to make it right because the last thing in my mind was to offend Shorty. So while she texting way faster than I can, the only thing I can get out is I love you. God bless you. I love your family. So I'm saying silly shit don't even match up to what she's saying. She calling me bald head bitches and all types of stuff. And I'm saying if I probably would have read that, I probably would have said I would have got vicious, but I'm glad I didn't. And I'm glad that Thug Life didn't, you know what I mean? Like let that shit go. You dig what I'm saying? And so I hollered at her family. I have yet to holler at my mans. And when I do, I'm gonna holler at him. And I think he know my heart. I think he know my character. But what I'm saying to y'all, and this is the message. Let me see what time I got. Because I got another video. Oh, damn, we ran through an hour so fast. I'm gonna show you this other video. And then we're gonna do some quotes. Because I called it speaking the truth. Boosie and Gucci Man gonna say something. And I felt it and I stand on that too. But when you're dealing with social media, man, listen to me. People will get you fucked up out here. You dig what I'm saying? Putting their mouth on you and saying all types of shit, man. Don't be doing that, especially not me. You ain't finna, you know what I mean, do that shit and then think it ain't gonna be no consequences. What you say, Denise fam, after making your intentions clear in a notice, her no understanding, remove yourself from the environment and let the person talk to themselves. That part. Let me do that one. Let's read this one real quick. No, exactly. I feel you on that one, Yolanda. How you doing up there, Rockford family? I hope you had a good Christmas. Um, because I said Merry Christmas to my Rockford people. I was talking about you, Yolanda. She says, fam, after making your intentions clear and you notice her no understanding, remove yourself from the environment and let the person talk to themselves. Yeah. And I said it on one point. I was like, listen, sweetheart, I unfriended you. You know what I mean? Like, and I probably should have left it alone, but then all of a sudden from there, she went and she took it to a post. You know what I mean? And then she posted and shit like that, and she tried to make people look bad. Now, when it comes to speaking the truth, man, listen, y'all, when you on social media and you especially like Facebook, when you post shit to the public, that gives everybody who's on the feed, that gives them an opportunity to read it. And hold on, matter of fact, we finna watch this other video. Watch this. Listen to what's the name and them say. Then I'm gonna show you some shit and I'm gonna read a couple of these quotes and we're gonna get out of here. Y'all got a little time. Hang out with your boy for a minute. Let me see. Social media life. Here it is. Watch this for a minute.
Got to be sharp, man. It ain't no place for nobody weak. The weak get punished. People be trying all kind of little games. So you do come ask me something, you better have it together. I'm just gonna be a man with everybody I deal with. They gonna have to know.
The world has changed, bro. When you speak the truth, people try to make you seem crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody who speak the truth, they try to make you seem like you fucking crazy, but not with me, bro. I'm sharp, bro. And when it's on my heart, it's coming
real talk.
I've been like that As a kid, I can't. I'm the one who can't be mad at you and just peek, just look at you. I'ma say, I'm, I'ma express it. I always been like that, and I ain't trying to offend nobody. I'm just trying to correct people.
Speak the truth. And like he said, Boosie said, he was like, I ain't trying to offend nobody, but I'm just trying to correct people. And in a situation like that, Denise, she might not even want to be corrected. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? What did you say, Rachel? Instead of owning their feelings and moving forward, they let pride turn a simple no into unnecessary bitterness and pettiness. Yeah, that's dope. I'm glad people get this one. Check this one out. Dang, Richard. That's why I always be stealing your posts and be starting stuff off your posts because you always saying some cool shit. And I was reading some stuff on her post that I thought was dope, and then that's how we kind of like got into the conversation. But listen to this. Instead of owning up to their feelings, and moving forward, they let pride turn a simple no into unnecessary bitterness and pettiness. And then that's where it gets wrong. And so when you looking at Boosie or like look at Gucci Man, say like, I'm finna deal with you like a man because you know, um, always speaking up for yourself. Sometimes it could be the gift and the curse. It fucked me up with my job at Kraft. I ain't gonna even lie, because when they started, you know what I mean, writing me up for like little stuff that I didn't do, on the safety tips, man, the worst thing you could have did was give me the book and let me read the book. And I love to read. I started seeing all kind of infractions that y'all was doing, so I started writing them up. I started writing reports on them, and they got me right on up out of there. You dig what I'm saying? So it could be the gift and the curse. I will say this: you got to know how to pick your battles. Some things ain't worth to be said, like you said, Denise. Sometimes let people speak to themselves. But in a situation like this, when you say, "All right, this 50-year-old nigga went to school with my mom." All in my DM and my inbox at 2 o'clock in the morning, and just because I don't want to holler at him, he want to call me gay. Now you sending a shot at my kids. You dig what I'm saying? Because you calling me weird, creepy, but people know my daughter out here. They know both of my daughters out here, and so now they gotta look at that. And we done been lied on enough. We done already been through enough. You dig what I'm saying? Um, I done paid severely for lies, and I'm not having it. You dig what I'm saying? You're not doing that to me. Now, what I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna bash you in return. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not finna try to talk down on you or try to, you know what I mean, belittle you. But little mama, you got that wrong, and that wasn't right for you to do that. And that's not what we was going through. You dig what I'm saying? And so when you talk about speaking the truth, look at this. It says when a person lie, all that means is that when you get ready to speak the truth, people ain't gonna believe you no more. You know what I mean? So just know that for the little people out here that be lying, when you out here and you lying, you know what I mean? Now ain't nobody gonna believe you, or you gonna lose the trust of the people that co-signed for you. Because there was a few people that co-signed and jumped right in there and was shaking my head and jumped right on there on the like as if, damn, this nigga out here on some creepy shit. And didn't even I keep the receipts. And so like I had to jump in her people inbox and be like, boom, let me show you this one though, because she ain't telling you the whole story. It's so cool to take an excerpt of something, post that, then take another excerpt, and then say, okay, this person did this and they did that, and then make it look like it's the truth. But it ain't cool like that. Another thing, lying is the quickest way to turn yourself into a stranger. When people start figuring out that you lying, man, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna be hanging out with your ass. You finna be by yourself. And then when ain't nobody really rocking with you and kicking it with you, because that's what you do. You start lying and you start doing stuff. People don't want to be around that. The why you go old school on them, Rachel? Why you gonna say the boy that cried wolf? It's the truth though. It sounds cliche, but it's really real. Um, it says a liar is a person in fear. And so when I read that quote, I got to thinking. I was just like, um, maybe they the fear of when you know you wrong, so you want everybody else to perceive you as right. And you know you're wrong. And I ain't gonna even front, man, to tell you the truth. It seemed like it's some internal shit that was going on too in that conversation. I can't read it, I can't say it. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know. But there was some F my family, and there was some, you know what I mean? Some bitterness about her people. So I to tell you the truth, I don't really know. Yeah, she posted it for Yolanda says she posted it for attention and content, my inbox overflows on a regular. I address, correct, and move on and never speak on it again. I let a lot of people get away with a lot of shit because I didn't tell my side of the story. I understand that. You dig what I'm saying? And so posted it. And I think that's one of the reasons why I liked it. What Wiz did say. Wizzy said some real life shit, even though she kind of went crazy. And my youngest daughter got a smart mouth. And I'm giving them a little bit of grace because I'm their father and they love their dad. You dig what I'm saying? So that's just like if anybody fuck with one of your kids, whether they right or wrong, you finna figure out the situation. And what you're not gonna do is you're not finna hurt them or you're not finna do them bad. Anybody that know Nubia, she love her daddy. She's a daddy's girl. Stank is crazy too. She love her sister and she love me, and so they spoke on it. And I really wish that it don't get messy like that, but she was just like, you thought that you was finna get some attention. You thought that you was finna like, and I don't know. I can't say she was doing it to be famous, but what was the point of it? What was you trying to do? And I don't care, you know what I mean, where you at in your life or if you need to be uplifted or something. Don't use me for it because I'm not finna down you. I'm not finna down you to make the podcast look good, but you can't just take people's name and you can't smear it. Number 4, it says, you may tell the greatest lie and wear a brilliant disguise, but you can't escape the eyes of the one who sees through you. And I think that one right there probably speaks to God. And it speaks to yourself. You dig what I'm saying? Because listen, you could tell a person a lie. You could put on a face. You can come up with the facial expressions. You can even act the lie out to make everybody believe it. But guess what? You know what the truth is. And God know what the truth is. And so that's the thing about a lie, man. It's just like, listen, you can go ahead and front all you want to all day, but you know the truth. You dig what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, I could have posted back too. I could have posted that, you know what I mean? And then it could have just turned messy, super messy. Here's another one. All right, that one's kind of deep. It says lies are like scars. Lies are scars on your soul, and they will destroy you. Then there's another one that says one lie can ruin 1,000 truths. That's crazy. You dig what I'm saying? I think I put a star by that one because one lie can ruin 1,000 truths. You know what I mean? Because it just depends on who it's coming from. Like, say, prime example, y'all see all of this shit that Puff into, right? So all of a sudden, that dude, that one lawyer who had all of them people, all of a sudden he said he got a 13-year-old that said Jay-Z raped her. Jay-Z and Puff raped her, and a female watch, right? And so now she's 38 years old. This happened at the 2000 VMA Awards. Now, I ain't saying that Jay-Z ain't finna get the light shined on him if he was doing some freaky shit with Puff in the parties and all that shit and everything that's going on with Puff. We ain't finna go that deep. But here's the situation. Okay. So you as an attorney, you went and represented that woman, did a whole newscast showing and came out and said, you know what I mean, that your friend, your person said is alleging that Jay-Z raped her when she was 13. So Jay-Z and them lawyer, they go and they dig into this and they find out the truth. So now here it is. A 13-year-old girl get a friend to drive her from Rochester, New York, all the way downtown to Manhattan, New York, which is 5 hours away. Drop her off. She don't got no ticket to be in the VMAs. A 13-year-old, right? And she says she's walking by limousine drivers and stuff like, oh, I drive for Puff. You're just this type. I want to take you to his after party. So she gets in the limousine. He takes her to a house that's 20 minutes away from the VMAs. It's a white house with a horse-shaped driveway. And she's in this house and, okay, Puff pushed her up into a wall, gave her a drink. She started feeling woozy. Puff pushed her into a wall. Jay-Z grabbed her, groped her, and he raped her. Then Puff grabbed her and raped her. So as they checking out her story, the friend that gave her a ride from Rochester, she did. The VMAs, the way that the streets was going that night, it was blocked off because Eminem was performing. So there was no way that the limousine drivers could be in front of the VMAs. She said that she watched the VMAs on a Megatron because she didn't have a ticket. That year, the city didn't even give MTV a permit for the Megatron to put them up because Eminem performed live outside in the streets. And then there's no houses within 20 minutes away from The VMAs from that part of Manhattan, that's a white house with a U-shaped driveway. Number 5, she says her father picked her up. She ran from Puff's house. She got away. She punched on Puff. She got away. She ran to a gas station, and her father picked her up. And on their way home, they didn't even talk to each other. Father was like, that can't be true. My 13-year-old daughter, I'm taking her home, and I'm driving her home, and she just got done getting raped by these celebrities, and we don't have a conversation. He said, don't you think that's something that I would remember? So here's the thing. Your prestigious ass lawyer up here, I got 120 victims that's going against Puff Daddy. One of them is a 13-year-old, and she claimed that Jay-Z raped her. And you stand up in front of a news, in front of cameras, in front of everybody, and make this public, you know what I mean, proclamation that this little girl was raped by Jay-Z at 13. And then this is the story that y'all come up with. This is the story that y'all come up with. So when it says one lie can rule 1,000 truths, said by the wrong people, you see what I'm saying? So now people got to go and go spend money on attorneys and go break this shit down just so, you know what I mean? Now, I ain't here to talk about they shit or what's going on, you know, because there's a lot of corrupt stuff going on. But ladies, please, man, be conscious of what you do when you say this type of shit towards people. Because not only are you fucking up they rep, the bare truth. People are tuning in to the bare truth. Sometimes we rocking to 1,000. We definitely get a couple of hundred people that's rocking with it. That's the only reason why I didn't even block you, sweetheart. I unfriended you just so you can watch the bare truth. Because what if somebody else, a guest or somebody, get on here and they say something cool that can help your life? You never know who God might be speaking through on this platform to reach somebody. This platform is to reach people. I'm out here trying to reach people. Does that make me perfect? Nope. Am I a clown sometimes? Yep. Am I mannish? Yep. You dig what I'm saying? Though I said some stupid shit. Probably gonna say some more stupid shit before I die. It's life. I ain't bare truth. Don't mean I'm perfect. You dig what I'm saying? It don't mean I'm perfect. But one thing I'm not doing is disrespecting people. Not especially when you, my peoples in them family. Come on, it's extra love for you. It's extra love for anybody anyway, because that's just God in me. But it's extra love for you. You know what I mean? Extra love on the strength of them people. But you see how people do that? And when you do that, man, that's how people go to jail. You'll be in jail. Somebody will say that you raped them or you did this and that, and you'll be in jail, man. You'll be in jail trying to bond out and trying to find a lawyer because they mad or they didn't got bitter. Start. Hold on. Damn, you keep saying some deep shit. Hold on, Richard. You should have been a guest. I asked you to be a guest. You don't ever want to be a guest, so I don't know what to tell you. What starts as a small deception can unravel into a web that destroys connections, reputations, and even self-respect. The damage may not be immediate, but dishonesty always leaves destruction in its wake, often far greater than the lie itself. You see what I'm saying? You see how you put the words together and shit? Like that was super deep. I don't know if I would have said it like that, but but it's really real though, right? It's like this. It might not be immediate, but it's dishonest, and it always leaves destruction because guess what? What if somebody checked out the post and then turned around and went and said it to somebody who may not necessarily watch Facebook, who might not necessarily watch the bare truth? So now you done read the post, you done went and took it to them. Now you got another voice out here advocating for what you just said over here. Dude, creepy ass is in her inbox, and since she didn't want to talk to him, he don't like gay people. Now, what if he go over there and go tell it to somebody that's a part of the LGBTQ community or something like that, or go give it to them? You walking out somewhere and you think you doing a great job for somebody. Oh, you a gay basher. You know, somebody could be standing in a crowd. We hypothetically speaking, but it's really real. It might not be immediate. It could be like down the line. Somebody that you done told and they didn't even catch the podcast. They didn't even catch the truth. But when you put it out there, you can't always pull the whole thing back. You can't pull it back because you put it out there in the air. You dig what I'm saying? And when y'all go down to the police station, when they do that shit and they put it out in the newspaper, it's out there. That's exactly how people look at you, man. They look at you like that, and that's what it is, man. And shit, you ain't finna do that to me. You're trying to put a hit against you. That's a good way to look at it, Yolanda. It's like she said you're trying to put a hit against your family name. And I ain't gonna say that, you know what I mean? Maybe she was that devious or that thoughtful, but she was that mad. Something got her that bitter. Something got her that mad because she just spazzed. She just started boom, 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 boom. And the text was coming so fast that I couldn't respond to them. And I ain't really reading them. That's the reason why I had to go back and reread them. Then when I reread them, I thought it was one of the texts where I was trying to tell her that I love her family. So I'm just like, that's a typo, shorty. Where in the hell did you get you don't like guys? Then when I look back and I read my text too, and I'm just like, I just told you, I probably don't read things like you read them. You dig what I'm saying? Then she said something else, and I was just like, I don't think like you guys. She thought that I said, I don't think you like guys. So you calling me gay. Okay, I'm going to make a post, nigga. I'm finna kill you and your family. You take what I'm saying, right? Yolanda, I'm finna go get you and your family. Ego and immaturity gets people mad. Yep, that can do too. Guess what? I somebody told me about ego. What's the analogy for it? Edging God out. Ego means edging God out, like edging God out of your life, putting me. Like I ain't listening to God. I'm edging him out. It's all about me. You dig what I'm saying? So, yeah. But this last one, I think that this is dope, and we'll leave it here. Um, you can lie to others, but you can't lie to yourself. Super simple, super cliche, um, and that's really real. You know, you can lie to whoever you want to lie to, but one thing you cannot do, you can't lie to yourself. And you know what you said when you said it, and you know you was wrong when you did it. But I like what my man said at the first thing. Stand on that. You can't stand on that if it's a lie. And then if you lie, be accountable for it. When I try to tell Shorty, like, hey, that was a typo, I never said that you didn't like men. Well, you shouldn't have said that. And it was funny as fuck anyway. So, ha, ha. So she thought it was just, it's cool. So she didn't care what other people thought about us. She basically, she didn't want to hear it. Yolanda, what you say? You're going to have to send me a picture of her. Nah. Man. But I just want to say, I prayed for her and I wish her the best because, like I said, man, that's my people's in them family, regardless of what. And I love them people so much, man, that she don't even know that. You know what I mean? And so, just on the strength of who they are, Shorty, if I seen you out here, I go in my pocket and give you whatever. I give you a ride, whatever. I'm gonna look out for you on the strength of that. Never am I gonna harm you. I'm never gonna do that because I got too much love for your peoples. You dig what I'm saying? Them peoples is like my family. You know what I'm saying? We grew up since like '84. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like her dad, like shit. I remember us having a breakdance group. He put us in jackets, the River City Rockers, and I remember I couldn't even pay for my jacket, and they still gave me one so I can break dance. And so she don't know the history that I got with her peoples. And so I was just trying to explain to her that I didn't mean that and I wouldn't do that. But we just wanted to clear the air. And but speak the truth though, people. I mean, I got it. You dig what I'm saying? I gotta do better. I'm gonna do better. And if you watching the podcast and if something I do offend you, man, holler at me, man. I'm approachable. And I do accept constructive criticism because I'm growing. I just did 14 years and 8 months in the prison. I only got 3 years out here. So a lot of this shit that I'm doing, I'm learning on the fly. I'm learning and I'm trying. I do the social media because I'm a people's person. I public speak. You see me DJing. Okay, don't just commend me when I'm doing something cool. If you see me out here and I'm fucked up and I'm doing something bogus, if you really my friend and you really fuck with me, you supposed to pull me to the side. You supposed to tell me like, hey, Bear, that shit right there ain't what's happening, man. Like, listen, dude, this ain't what we doing. This ain't, you know what I mean? I don't know if you know this, but this is how you maneuver through this. You don't do this. Don't do that. Because I'm gonna tell you, ask Danielle when she went and told Cuz that I inboxed her at 1 o'clock in the morning and I couldn't figure out for nothing in the world. Now Cuz know me. Cuz was like, man, I told her, man, it wasn't nothing. That's Cuz. Like, he'll never try to holler at you. Like, no, nigga, you my first cousin. Like, nigga, we grew up spending the night at each other's house. Like, this is my nigga. This is your wife. But guess what I did? I blocked her. You can't watch the podcast no more because I don't know. Like, shit, why did you say that? Why did you feel like that? But then it goes back to this right here. You can't always assume what other people might think. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Vic know me, but that's his wife. She don't know me. So she had to tell her husband. And she was right for that. She had to tell her husband that, hey, 1 o'clock in the morning, I thought it was kind of odd that your cousin inboxed me. And I had to tell Vic, my stupid self is looking at Messenger with all the strip of green lights like this is all the people that's active on Facebook. So I just start speaking to people. Hey, what's going down? Where Vic at? somewhere high asleep at 1 o'clock in the morning. The whole time she could have just been up using the bathroom, just scrolling through something, trying to read something to go to sleep. Then boom, here I done came through her inbox. And another thing I had to find out with my sister is just because your green light is on don't mean that you active. I got mad at her. I'm like, Grace, man, you didn't see me hit you. I left you a message. I left it in your inbox. I said, your green light was on. I said, you ain't even respond to me. She gonna like, boy, I go to bed at 8 o'clock. She was like, I don't be on Messenger. She was like, I got different devices that's locked in that might be logged into Facebook. Like, I got a laptop over here. And I'm like, duh, this computer be logged into Facebook. I got a laptop that might be logged into Facebook. That don't mean that a person is active. But that's what I'm saying. I'm institutionalized. I don't think like y'all. Not using it as a crutch, not trying to use it as an excuse, but that's one of my flaws. And so I done got got cussed out. Like, boy, I was asleep. I'll be asleep at 8 o'clock. I ain't up at no 12 and no 1 o'clock. You dig what I'm saying? When someone lies about you, don't chase the lie. It's not your burden to carry. Dang, you just keep on saying smart shit. Hold on. When are you coming on the podcast, right? When someone lies about you, don't chase the lie. It's not your burden to carry. Let your character and the truth do the work because in the end, the real doesn't need defending. And what's false never lasts. That's true. But also, Ray, I gotta say, that when people do that to you, you dig what I'm saying? And I'll put it like this in this perspective. After going to prison and having to fight, you dig what I'm saying? Especially like when prosecuting attorneys lie on you and they do this and that, and you trying to cover it out. One thing about me, I've just been a fighter, and once I learned the legal aspect, you know what I mean, it made me want to fight even more. Like I said, it's the gift and the curse because I gotta say, I probably lost that job at Kraft by fighting so hard. By them trying to, okay, you want to accuse me of this? Well, you do this and you do that. You dig what I'm saying? And I can see it. Like sometimes you just gotta know how to pick your battle. This one right here, particularly, I didn't like it because, like I said, it was on a Facebook feed, and it was a couple of people that's gonna take a hit for this by her saying this to me. Number one, the podcast. Number two, my daughters. And then number three, I got people that are gay that get their hair cut by me. And there's a lot of other people that are gay that are close to me. I love them. Now, me being a Christian, if you ever ask me my opinion on the Bible or this and that, I can definitely tell you what the Bible says. I can definitely tell you what God said. But guess one thing, God loves the sinner but hates the sin. The situation with anybody that's doing anything that the Bible says is a sin or that I think is a sin, until you know what I mean, you see God and He reach out to you. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not finna sit up here and you know what I mean bash gay people. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not going around bashing gay people, and don't put that shit on me. Don't try to say that because I might be talking to one of them, and God might be using me to give them a conversation. Because you just said this and that, you blocking my pathways to me to reach other people. And then here it is, other women might be watching this shit and think like, dude, on some creep shit. And here I am talking about domestic violence, and you got a man that's beating up on you, but just because you said this dumb shit last month, now they don't even want to watch the podcast no more. And I got other guests and people like you that's on here saying some cool shit that's saving lives, that's helping people out of situations. You dig what I'm saying? So you don't get the right to attack that. You dig what I'm saying? And she ain't finna get the right to attack that. So I had to, you know what I mean? I had to say something. I had to speak up on it. But I really honestly believe everything you said was on point. I wish that you would come on the podcast. LeBronzo Chuck, what's the deal? You said God show mercy on who He will, and that's it. You dig what I'm saying? And that's, you know what? And I'm telling you, I got a lot of people here that I cut, and they are part of, you know, the LGBT, and I don't even want to call it that. They my people. I fuck with them. I rock with them hard. You dig what I'm saying? Straight up. And anytime they call me and want to get their hair cut, I'm getting them an appointment. I'm gonna make sure they get in here. They're gonna get fresh and they're gonna get out of here. Don't ever say no shit like that. Don't put that shit on me. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Cause I don't know where God's gonna be using me to reach people and do stuff. So don't do that. This ain't that type of platform, and I ain't that type of person, man. You know, I was a jive turkey back in my days, a womanizer. You dig what I'm saying? I've done it before. That shit don't get you nowhere. So don't try to put it on me now. Today, that ain't what I'm doing. I'm still a mess, but not that kind of mess. You dig what I'm saying? Straight up, I'm gonna take ownership of what I do wrong, and if, like I said, I stand on that. as the podcast people that's watching that shit, man, if you see me do some shit that's out of character that don't line up with what I'm talking about, I give you permission to check me. Constructive criticism, come holler at me, man. That's the only way I'm gonna get better. That's the only way anybody gonna be able to get better. You gotta be able to leave space for somebody to come and tell you something because you can't see everything that's going on in your life. If I'm walking in my shoes and I got a woman and she on my side and she like, babe, I see you doing your thing. You doing this over here, but this right here, you need to probably switch that up. That right there. Angelia was just like, I could see how at 2 a.m. sexy face might sound flirtatious. And I had to step outside of my shoes and look at it like, okay, she right. And I recognize it then and I apologize. So I'm giving y'all permission. Get at me if you see that I'm wrong. But other than that, man, I love y'all. God and God knows I do. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not out here. I'm not finna try to hurt nobody. I'm not finna be out here trying to be on no snake shit with nobody. I speak my truth, and it is what it is. And so that's all it can be. Hopefully Sunday we're gonna be on something else. It's gonna be Nubia birthday, so I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what y'all doing for New Year's, man, but shit, turn up, be safe, man, and shit. The barbershop is open tomorrow, so let's get back to business. Um, that's all I got, man. Speak the truth. If you can, stop telling lies, man, because lies is crazy. As a matter of fact, we too old to be lying. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say people don't lie, don't tell. Like, look, but it's a lie, though. You dig what I'm saying? I think we too old for it. Just keep it 100 at all times, and then you know what I mean? Because who is important? Who is that important where you got to lie to them? I don't think nobody in that important because you can't lie to God. Just think about it. He knows everything, so you can't lie to him. So who else besides God do you feel like you got to lie to? Bill collector. Man, you owe us. Just listen. I ain't got it. Ain't listen. It ain't there, fam. Get with me at tax time. I just I'm just playing. But I'm saying, tell me who is important on this earth that you feel like you that much that I gotta lie to you. Stop, man. I don't owe you nothing, and you don't owe me nothing. One thing about me, I don't owe nobody out here shit. I ain't gotta lie to you about nothing. And shorty, I don't want you. You dig what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with getting a woman. It ain't like I'm no bum ass nigga. I ain't tooting my horn or shit like that. But I'm just not a bum. I'm not broke. I go get her. You dig what I'm saying? I think I dress nice. You dig what I'm saying? And people tell me I'm handsome. So I'm holding on to that. So I don't have to thirst and do that type of shit. So yeah, let's not do that. Don't lie on people. I love y'all, man. God bless y'all. Bear truth.